Hello and welcome to Taking a Springpeek 6. I am Michael, the DM for our little D&D campaign as always, and today we have the incredible Matt who plays Zintris and our resident artist Mel who plays Velky. Thank you both for coming here tonight with me. So,
sorry, I'm trying to listen to your levels and
yeah.
the dueling voices.
Yeah, no worries. First things first, the most important question.
Yeah, it sounds fine, just so you know.
Good, thank you. Of all the NPCs that you guys have met, which one would you personally date?
What a question.
I love asking questions where it's followed by dead silence.
Or obnoxious noises. Oh, that's so hard. Why would you do this?
Because I want to know. I'm curious. I thought about this today and I was like, oh, we've met a lot of NPCs. Some have been
Is this fuck, marry, kill style, or
yeah, we could do an FMK.
Is this just date?
No, let's. You know what? You made it better. Let's do an FMK for all the NPCs. We're gonna exclude courage for the simple notion
Damn
that
it.
that's a very easy kill. Unless you want to do like the F or M with courage for some reason.
Well, you know how they like them bad boys.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna marry Scrya.
Okay.
I love Scrya. Can we also take Sprig off the table and
Obviously,
Delphi off the
obviously,
table?
obviously, the
But
underage children.
my brain hurts today.
I mean, if you wanted to kill one of the children, you could.
Incorrect. Perfect. Oh no. guess I'll fuck Darian.
Oh wow,
He's fun. Like
he is fun.
I'll kill Barry. Why not? She's being
Oh,
a dick.
that's interesting. Holy cow! Wow. I like those last two.
Wait, you don't be marrying Scrya?
No, I mean like that one. That one's fun, but like the other two came out of nowhere for me. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely would not expect that. So, anyway, Matt, your answers, please. I know we haven't met as many women in the game. I don't know why that is. Actually, there's a fair amount of women in the game.
Are there
Yeah.
anyone that we've actually encountered more than as a shopkeeper?
Oh, of course not. You've
Oh,
mostly
maybe
only met
actually.
shopkeepers.
What about Buff Lady?
The
Yeah,
buff
there's-
the buff orc,
Yeah,
Ovok.
thank you. Names hard. I need an NPC cheat sheet, dude. Come on, Matt. You've had a long time to think about it. Let's go.
Well, I guess we'd put the buff orc into the fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
There's also like Strizel, your captain or to be
yeah.
captain. You have like the shopkeep, not the shopkeep, the owner of the Stout Cougar Inn at Risen. There's of course Barry, though I don't know if Zin has met Barry, but this is more about you personally, less so than Zin.
I mean, the stout cougar is just asking for trouble.
Is it because it's called the Stout?
There was also that really nice carriage driver for the nobleman. I can't remember her name actually.
I mean, did we really even interact with her?
Somewhat. But again, this is
We
like
know she
Matt.
exists.
We know she exists and that she's very nice. And probably doesn't get tipped enough by that guy. Probably. I don't know. I tried to showcase him as being a big asshole, but like if you have money, you also flaunt your money, right?
I suppose.
So maybe he actually tips really well as a show of like, I can do this. I realize I get to decide if he's like that or not.
Okay, Matt, so you know who you're gonna fuck. You DTF.
No, he said Ovok.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh yeah, we need. Oh yeah, we
I
need
said
your.
You know who you're gonna fuck. You need the other two.
We need your marry and kill.
No.
Here, I can pull up my NPC list. We have time. We only have 2 episodes to talk about.
I mean, I
More
suppose
than that. I haven't been here for like 5 sessions, so.
Okay.
Strizel, I guess, would be Mary.
Fair. I mean, that's a pretty steady income. As steady as a pirate is. Well, pirate slash trader. Trader? Shipper.
Yes.
Takes packages of varying legalities.
So post office worker.
Yeah.
I suppose kill, though, could be pretty much anyone. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, the kill one's the easier one.
Well, we've already killed most of the combat NPCs, so they're out.
Oh, there was also the Knights of Dawn that you met at to do that run-in with the Voidwalkers. There was Lily and Sarah in there. Though, I mean, like, again, very nameless NPCs. Not nameless NPCs, named NPCs, but, like, didn't really get to meet much of them.
I mean, you list all these people, but these are like the town people you walk up to and get the same dialogue 50 times.
Yeah.
Still people that you met, they're still NPCs, they count.
Yeah, Carrie from the Stout Cougar, Barry, Perry, the current local sheriff at the at Risen.
Yeah, I can tell you got to the Risen list.
Raya, the best girl.
Didn't meet her. She's existing somewhere that you don't know about.
I suppose I would kill the nobleman we encountered earlier.
That's fair. That seems to be a
Yeah.
that seems to be a notion of some people.
He just did his best, I guess.
Yeah, he's just really going for that painting. Just really going for that painting. And I guess is fine with like hurt. Not well. I guess he was kind of fine with just leaving Lore to the side if need be. But yeah, thank you for the humoring me on that one. I'm trying to currently go back and see when we last had Mel on, so if there's anything quick we need to talk about from a few sessions ago before we get into this last two.
Last time was my first episode. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was the second one with Lore. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, big one that we can then talk about. I mean, this was also a recent development. Onates confessed to Velki. With
Just gonna head right into that one.
Yeah, we're gonna head right into that one. Without spoiling Velki's future answer, how is he doing?
Flustered.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a big thing that's never happened before.
That's fair.
How's he supposed to act? How do you act when somebody just decides to spill the beans? You cry a little. You're not sure how to react. You need you need a minute.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, it hasn't happened to me a lot. But that's definitely a fair reaction, especially so sudden in the middle of the night before a fight.
Such an idiot, though.
You like Velki or Onates?
No, Velki. Imagine me calling somebody else an idiot. No, him. He's dumb.
Do you think there's some hindsight is 2020 on understanding things?
Who, me or Velki?
For Velki.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Good.
I mean, he's not completely unaware of what goes on around him.
No.
Just, reasons are different.
Fun times. I'm excited to see where that goes. I mean, a lot's kind of happened since then. A lot that we want to talk about. I mean, Kashana and Velki had a lot of recent growth in their relationship, so we're going to save that stuff for when we can both get both of you in here. I am curious, though, how Velki is feeling after leaving Darien to go off to Haywood.
I think nervous is the best word. He wants to find a way to go back there anyway, so he'll probably propose it on their way back.
Way back
Arcton.
from when they're done where?
Whenever they head back to Arcton, which
Okay.
I imagine will eventually happen.
Oh, probably. I mean, you guys are going pretty far now. You're about to get into Freya Noon, which is going to be both of your characters' first time there. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the entire party's first time there. So that'll be fun.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious. I believe we talked a lot about the forest with Matt and Zintris. So let's get into that a bit with Velky and you, Mel. How did you enjoy the little forest adventure?
Neat. We didn't do, like, we as in, like, I think Rose and Anates kind of took charge of that one, which is good because it's kind of like the space that they're the most familiar with. But
I mean, if Rose didn't roll so fucking well all the time, could have had a lot more interesting things happen in that forest.
Well, it's not that it wasn't. I thought it was really, really interesting. It was kind of really fun to see. Me and Velky took a back seat in that department for a while there, so it was really cool to like witness it happen. The fight stressed me out.
That was kind of the
Not because
intention.
it was well, like, no, and not. It was because of that moment where there was like that misunderstanding between Velky and Kashana, and it kind of got to me a little bit in that moment because I was like, what am I fucking doing? The fight itself wasn't super stressful when we figured out what we were supposed to do.
Supposed to do. Do you guys...
Yes, as a group.
But this is a good question for both of you. Do you guys ever feel that the fights that, like, the encounters that you guys go up against, do you ever like actually get that feeling of like pressure and I don't know, like a rush as you're trying to figure out what to do and everything, as you feel like the characters probably would?
Sweaty, if that's what you mean.
I guess nervous is a good one, where it's like, this is a fight now.
A lot of anticipation when we fight because it could go really, really badly.
Yeah. As both of you have both fallen to 0 before.
Yeah.
Has that changed like their perspective on getting into fights at all?
Well, Matt can answer the first question first.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, do you ever feel like the nervousness as the fights are going on? I don't know, I think we lost Matt.
Where are you at? Okay.
Yeah, no.
It's muted.
Oh, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So do you ever get nervous, or is it more frustration, as I feel like the dice rolls probably really frustrate both you and Zin?
Yeah, mostly frustration because it's like, oh, hey, I'll roll well for checks, but then, like, attack. 9.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about rogues is that they do vast damage later on as those like levels increase and your sneak attack just gets bigger and bigger. That's kind of the thing with very melee or like non-magic based characters, is the lower levels are a lot harder to feel like you're doing stuff. I remember feeling that way a lot when I was playing a fighter.
Yeah, I think next character I make is going to be a magic user.
Yeah, I mean, the magic's a lot of fun, and I mean, they put magic into other classes and stuff, subclasses and things. But yeah, hopefully in like the next couple of years, when we're like up to like level 15 and stuff, you'll really feel that damage coming in for Zin.
Holy fuck, Michael, years?
We're what, level 4?
Yeah.
And we're getting close to our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, damn.
And I still think sometimes, like, maybe we should make the game weekly. And then I'm like, no, Michael, don't do that to yourself. We'll try that 1 month sometime. I'll be like, we're going to do a month of just D&D straight. We're never going to stop. Just playing 24/7.
That'll be the month where everyone's
Oh,
schedules
Rose.
have issues.
Rose says she doesn't have that kind of time. Well, tough, tough.
Cookies.
Yeah, tough cookies, tough potatoes, tough suspicious potatoes. No, I'm gonna be
What
very.
was that second question? I forgot.
Um.
Sorry,
Oh
continue. My brain.
no. Yeah. What was that second question? God. Uh. I have forgotten.
Irrelevant.
Oh, no, I remembered. Having both now fallen a couple of times, each of you, to 0 HP, um, is there any wariness in getting in fights now for both of you?
Sometimes. Casual
Yeah, just
sometimes.
a little bit. Just like it's like, oh, am I going to go down again? Because I get attacked 5 times in a row?
Yeah, I'm having trouble balancing, like, what's better, having a lot of enemies that hit small or single enemies that hit big, and for some reason it seems to be that both just kill everyone if I'm not careful.
Personally, have a lot more trouble wanting other people not to fall. Like, I don't care if I fall as much.
Fair.
I think it's fun to die. Like, not fully die, obviously, but I think it's kind of interesting when that happens, because it can spawn some really cool reactions or moments later on in roleplay or combat.
Yeah, especially now with the changed rule for permanent damage, and for like the
Oh yeah.
well, I guess the permanent damage part didn't change too much, aside from the fact that, like, I'm now gonna have a set notion of how the damage affects you. But the missing a turn thing should be less punishing, because I feel like it was getting a little too punishing. I'm still learning how this works.
When we lose half of our hit points in the first round to one
One
enemy.
attack, yeah.
I would say one attack, but one enemy.
Shit happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the worst. And I remember when I was a DM, balancing is hard. Like, one
It
of the
is.
only fights that you guys got through, you cleaned in seconds.
Really cool, though. We did a really cool job of it. I did a
Yeah,
really cool
I
job
agree.
of it.
Thank you.
I'll never forget using catapult to send another person's trident flying through an enemy. That was
Pretty
really
awesome.
cool. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about these last couple sessions here. You guys have gotten to Haywood now, and had a. I'm curious what your guys' theories are on what's going on. You've got a lot of, like, the clues. You got a lot of. This is more of a mystery section than anything else.
Suck at puzzles. I don't really have any overarching idea. Unfortunately. I sit there and I'm just like, okay, everybody tell me what to do and I'll do it. That's how I feel currently at the moment.
I mean, Anastace is definitely taking the lead on this one. Though, I mean, like, Matt, you and Zin and with Kashan and Lore kind of had your own little side adventure with Operation Sticky Fingers.
Yep.
How's
We got to break some shit.
Yeah, you broke some stuff. Like, broke some locks, made stuff annoying for a poor orc. Is Zin enjoying having this little camaraderie going on with Kashana and Laura as they go mess things up together?
I mean, it's nice to actually stretch the rogue skill set.
Yeah, I can imagine. And it turns out that it works really well for you.
Yeah.
The fighting, for some reason, not so much. But at least when you need to break into stuff, it works really well. And I mean, Zin, or you, Matt, had a really good thought on if that stuff underneath the soil was the same as what you saw over in I said Haywood, I meant Morganwald. Anyway, me messing up things. Morganwald Adventures. You notice, you asked if the stuff underneath the soil was the same as what you found in the dungeons of Haywood, and unfortunately just rolled really low.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good thought, though. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of you on that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's something blight related for the crops. Like, they have the right idea, just the wrong way of going about fixing it.
I mean, it's definitely interesting. I'm really curious on Velky's current notion of finding a town that is sacrificing people to the blight.
Pretty weird. He's not happy about it, but he also doesn't know how to approach it.
Right.
Like, at all.
Like, that's a hard thing to do.
Especially after what Vey said, that it's going against the Creed to technically stop them from doing it. He's like, oh my god.
It's like, yeah, you can't just, you specifically can't just go in and stop them. But.
True.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know what to do about it.
Do you think
trying to find a runaround? Can he technically stop them if somebody else asked him to help stop it?
I feel like that's getting into the fun moral ambiguity of situations and what it means to help someone.
Yeah.
The world isn't black and white, but the church's rules sure make it sound like it is.
They do. It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah. Especially when Vey's been there for a long time. Yeah. Can imagine how much this is probably weighing on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I could feel it. Yeah, he doesn't like it. He thinks that that's wrong. Like, this feels incorrect.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Wait till you guys get to the place. And by to the place, I mean where the sacrifices happen.
Yeah.
For the fun of it, I will announce that when I had Callie go for that perception check outside of town.
Thank you.
Yeah, the perception check on the outside of town was a duo of the crops and the sacrificial area. Just did not see it.
I do not perceive.
Did not perceive it. Just really caught up in what was going on with her. She had a lot happening in that moment and just did not maybe saw but didn't process. Just oh yeah, those are some stones out there.
Stone.
But and now I can finally say, oh my god, when I was talking before with Rose, where I'm like, I think it's interesting whether you go to Morganwald or the forest first. If you guys came into town on the road from Arden Path, you would have driven right by those stones. That's the fun part for me. So you guys came from the back end. Really cool. Love it. Yeah.
I thought that was more to do with learning about the red and the green thing.
It was a lot of things, because there's the red and the green stuff going on that would definitely have helped in the forest, but then so the sacrifice thing is happening that day, the day you're there. So imagine coming here first, probably finding out this was going to happen in a few days, and then trying to figure out if you're going to book it into the forest and get back, or stay here for a while before going into the forest.
I get the feeling we would have stayed.
Maybe.
That's how it feels like it. I agree. It feels like as a group we probably would have collectively decided to just stay there and try and gather as much information as possible.
This is probably, and while this is going to be a lot harder now that you have less time to gather information, maybe better for the long run, because you're not poking around as much. You're not poking around for days, which would probably then get you guys in those now broken shackles.
Yeah.
But like before, it's like if you're poking around for a few days, they're gonna be like, no, this is fishy. We're gonna lock you up.
Still think it would have been funny to get locked up though.
Yeah, especially
Just
since
one
you
for
have
each of you.
one for each of you. Yeah, just one for each of you. I've been debating now that like Jericho has transformed into other people. If there's just going to be a couple more there, just because they think there's others in town. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be pretty funny.
I don't think they're around consistently for it, but no, that'd be funny. Now there's just two more. Really weird. Where do they keep coming from?
Don't even see them walk into town anymore. They're just there.
Yeah, they're just here now. It's really weird. We're usually more diligent on this stuff. Weird how we're not. But since we did mention the forest, we have to, of course, take a look at that banner, Mel. That incredible, incredible banner for Onates and Voshin on the pond. Oh my god. So pretty.
Thank you.
You've been doing a lot of
just fuck.
you've been doing a lot more backgrounds lately for them.
I did 2.
In a row.
Well, yeah, because then you got me all interested. Oh, maybe I can make backgrounds work, and sometimes they work, and sometimes I'm like, you know what?
I think they work. I mean, this is gorgeous. I would make this my wallpaper. Actually.
It's tiny, Michael. Just about a speck. Yeah, it works, but sometimes I hate doing backgrounds. Like, it really depends on my mood. And I did the Valky one in, like, a literal day, so... I think I finished it, like, what was it, like 3 or 4 hours? I was just like, I'm just gonna do this.
You just powered it. You powered
And the
through
current
it.
one, I'm like, oh, I've been spending, like, 2 weeks on it.
I mean, you have the
It's
time
so
for
much
it.
more simple.
You have the time for it, so why not?
Do I, though?
I mean, you have another week to go. There was a couple weeks there. And that's assuming streaming is going to go well today. Everything could crash on me at any second, and it's terrifying. Where is my folder? There it is.
Existentialism at its finest there, dude. Anything can crash at any second, anytime.
Yeah, you're right. Because of how tiny it is, it doesn't really work as a background.
Yeah, not unless you wanted to just have it in the center.
I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could center.
Or you can stop fucking around with that. Get
That's
back
not
here.
bad.
What are you doing?
That's not bad at all, actually. No, I'll send you that later. You get to see that later. I'll share that with everyone.
Oh boy.
Anyway. Let's get that off there for now. There we go. Yeah. Curious for both. I mean, this is definitely a very much more centered on Velky question, but I'm curious about Zintrus's answer. How is their character's relationship with religion going now that one of your party members has met a literal god?
About the same.
Interest be like, if I don't see it, it don't exist.
I mean, he knows of higher powers. He's just not a major follower of one.
What could make Zin become an actual follower of one of the gods? How do I have to break this boy?
I mean, probably be saved from death or something.
Fair.
Like, he'd probably have to have some life-changing experience.
I mean, that tends to be how it goes, huh, Mel?
Yeah. Chaos.
Control.
And for Velky, he's just insulted.
Insulted?
Currently. He's insulted. Not really. He's fake. And like, I'm fucking around. I'm being dramatic. Like, the whole idea that Shatir is a lesser god.
Ah,
or like
yes.
a lower god, or like
Yeah, one of the from the lower sanctum.
that there you go. Not that she is lesser, but that she's from the lower. So he's like, really? Excuse me?
Which also goes
Have
against
you seen this
everything you've been taught. Also, even goes against what's in that book that Kashana has.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
So
sure does.
just a very interesting thing. I can't wait for you guys to explore that a bit more. I say as I'm like, please stop following the church stuff for a little bit.
Imagine making your entire world about the church and then not letting us follow the church stuff.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
Do this to yourself.
go for the church stuff. Get that out of the way if you want. That'll be fun too.
We have our quest lines. We're going to follow it through to the end.
Yeah. I have all my little flags around. I am pretty excited for you guys to get to Freyanoon and go through that little quest line. And where it goes from there. We are now technically like basically done everything that I've like put huge amounts of work and fleshing out into. Now that you've basically done Dawnmark. So I get to now like start over again, and that's really exciting for me. What are your guys' thoughts on Dawnmark as a whole now? I mean, there's one city you haven't gone to, but as far as this province, how are you
We know
feeling?
how to derail the plot.
Alright, fuck it, let's go back.
I mean, you can go there eventually. I'll eventually throw you guys there. I mean, a big part of the reason why this is going to take so long is because I'm like, go to every fucking city, you assholes.
We're going to have to unlock fast travel at some point.
Yeah, I'm really curious on if
Really,
anyone...
Is the horse not fast travel?
There's
Yeah,
teleportation
like,
circles.
I'm kidding. Okay. We get around faster with the horse, that was the joke.
Yeah, you do,
But-
for sure. If you guys bought another horse, you'd probably go a little bit quicker even.
Imagine having money for another horse.
Don't you guys have a ton of money?
I got my money.
I thought you guys were like rolling in it.
I mean, Zin is.
Technically, yes, but also a lot of my components cost a lot of gold. So
Yeah, that's true.
I've
Speaking
been
of which,
hoarding it.
make sure to go get paid.
That's what I just, yeah. If only, hey? You never give me time.
No, I mean, yeah, you've only gone to the church twice here.
And we have such a limited amount of time to do everything.
Yeah.
That I'm like, is it even proper to ask? Would he ask for payment when somebody is about to be sacrificed?
I mean, you could do it after. Like, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Just don't die.
Just don't die. I mean, or do die. You can't take it with you anyway.
I can if somebody loots my body.
Ah, that's true. I mean, that's not you taking it. That's someone else taking it. Probably
No,
Zin.
it's in the heart. Yeah, you should stop pilfering everybody's pocket. I mean, that's what. Yeah.
I do sometimes wonder if I should be giving you guys more money.
I mean, I have 288 gold.
Ooh.
Yeah, you have way more than I do.
Yeah.
But I also just buy a horse and a cart.
I do keep forgetting
When
to
are y'all
mention.
gonna pitch in?
I do keep forgetting to mention to you, Mel, that Velky probably has to write a report about his time with Darien. And probably pay half of what Darien gave to the church.
Oh, you never told me that was the
No,
thing.
I definitely...
Ever.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That's why I said I keep forgetting that I think that's probably how it would work.
As if that's not a super. Like, I have to do writing for this now? I mean, I do enough writing with the letters.
It's probably like a 5-minute report of person, like pick up, drop off, payment, and then you keep half of it, which is why some clerics charge a lot more, is because they want more money.
Valid.
Yeah.
I put so much effort into these letters, and I didn't even read them last time.
No, it's true. We'll have to get those on stream. Get you to read them. Maybe that'll be fun
you can read
narration.
them.
Yeah, I could read them. I could read them as in Skrya's voice as she's getting them, or the one at least. Her voice, if I can remember what that is.
The other one's less important.
I mean, I can't even
Is
keep
this
Zin's
more-
accent consistent.
Fair. You guys are gonna go back to Vey, and I'm gonna have completely forgotten how that worked. It's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm having trouble remembering last session, but stress. So much has been going on.
I
So
was telling
Yeah.
Michael I had to go back and rewatch the end of the last one just because I could not, for the life of me, remember how we ended.
We ended on a fun notion of Rose as Onates deciding to spend the next 8 hours ritual casting to get rid of the poison.
Yeah.
Anatase is gonna be so tired. Like, we need you, dude.
And I think Velky was heading over to Vey to see if they can come help.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't have the spell prepared.
Do not.
So you gotta hope that Vey does, which I'll roll for if they do or not.
Well,
Just-
stop me. Anatase better hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Onates can focus on the move Earth. And eventually I'm sure the townsfolk are gonna be like, what are you doing?
Worry about
Don't worry about it. Go
killing
back to your
fields.
go back to fixing a divot. I love this game so much. It's really good. It's really good. You guys rolled some great stealth to like weave through the cult.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was getting close. Like the number was getting lower and lower each time, but you guys were still beating it. Or I mean higher and higher each time.
Literally-
Yeah.
Literally pooping his pants that whole time. Just out in the open, completely exposed. Who gives a shit? Whatever.
Just, we're just gonna walk through these people. Thank God we have Pass Without a Trace, so that we blend in with the shadows. Thank God that it's only like torchlight. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I hope the flavor of this town is fun for you.
It's good.
I try to make each town feel like its own entity within this world.
It's given me a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to look at, a lot of things to chew on.
I just had this idea, like literally as I first started building the province, I was like, what if there's a town that's just super superstitious and was sacrificing people to the blight? I just, like, that just got me going. Yeah.
Concept, and I really enjoy it because it's very realistic to the time period that you're trying to portray here.
Yeah.
Or at least the aesthetic feel of the time period.
Like every town is kind of very segregated from each other. There is news and people travel pretty regularly when they can, but like just the idea of like there's some people that just never leave their town. Like there's people that are born and die in Arton and everything else. So it's just like, what's a world like that like? How different does each community, even within one province, become when travel is possible but not always viable?
Yeah.
And we get the results of this.
The most bizarre superstitions ever.
Yep. Well, at least like you understand some of them. I mean, the don't step on red, that kind of makes sense now.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's bizarre. Like, does
Yeah.
it make sense? Sort of. Does Velky understand? No. Like, why do you even have red tiles then? Like, get rid of them.
I mean, I feel like I answered that pretty well already.
Did you? Do I remember? No.
It's because
Apparently
the Grime Snatcher that you guys fought.
Well, yeah, no, I get that part. I
Yeah.
mean, like, why not get rid of the red tiles is what he's thinking
Oh.
as a character.
Oh, yeah. Well, because if they got rid of the red tiles, then they wouldn't learn that lesson. Then if anyone wanders in the forest and they see the red, they'll accidentally step on it and probably get killed.
Yep. Tell that to Velky, because he's the one that doesn't understand.
Though, I mean, like, at this point, a lot of them are like, the Grime Snatcher is just a boogeyman. Doesn't exist. But still don't go in the forest, because it might get you.
Doesn't exist anymore.
As long as there was only one. I don't have my dice to roll if there's more.
Don't
They're
worry
still
about it.
packed.
It's fine.
I could roll my my fidget cube, but I don't think that'd work.
I mean,
See,
when I
roll.
rolled for who was coming on, I just used D&D's Beyond's app.
Oh yeah. I guess I
'Cause
could
did
do
it
that.
while I was at work.
Oh wow. I really like how this has become a recurrent thing where when people roll for Springpeek, that everyone rolls low.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think a 12 was going to be the highest.
And yet here we are. Here we are.
Here I am again.
So, what is Zin's ideal scenario for how the rest of the day goes in Morganwald?
Um, not getting captured?
Fair. Fair.
Then again, at this point, even if he is, he'll just slip right out.
Yeah, I mean, Misty Step. Wow. Just out of anything. No handcuffs can hold you.
I mean, they can if you can't see a floor.
Also, I think if you were wearing handcuffs, it would come with you. I think because the stockades are like grounded, they would stay. But like if you were just wearing handcuffs, they would definitely come with you.
Oh yeah, I figured that much. Like if it's attached to my person, because like I don't misty step out of my clothes.
I feel like
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
that would be a very different feeling for a campaign. Like that is early Shonen Jump style.
Oh god.
That's like
Yeah.
some Hitman Reborn stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
teleported you 5 feet to the left out of your clothing.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Evading capture, good idea. Good idea. You don't want to get run out of town before you can save the person getting killed.
I again still kind of question whether they're going to want to be saved or not.
What if they don't?
Like that's kind of what Zin was arguing about. It's like, well, we can save them, but what if they don't want to be saved? Because like they probably believe this too. It's like I don't want them to die, but like there's nothing stopping them from going back and still doing it after we rescue them.
Well,
They
the
did say they wouldn't because she would need to personally have the dream again.
mhm.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you save
But
her,
that- yeah.
she would have to have the dream again before they could sacrifice her again or try to sacrifice her again. But that is definitely a very valid point from Zin and you, Matt, on it. Do you save someone if they don't want to be saved?
Do we risk a lawsuit from the victim?
Incredible style.
Yep.
And then for you, Mel, like what's Velky's ideal scenario for the rest of the day in Morganwald?
That's such a hard question. He has so much on his mind right now. I don't think that there is an ideal situation. He's got
Fair.
a pocket full of terrible flyers. He's got a village full of angry people that want to sacrifice others to the point. And he's got a whole ass religion conundrum on his hands.
And to top it off, an annoying rock in his shoe.
Just take it out.
Just take it out.
There's a rock in my
The rock
shoe.
is bigger than you are.
Well, Dwayne Johnson is definitely bigger than me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment. You're right.
I
But
guarantee he's
ideally,
taller.
He would. Ideally, it would all go well, but he doesn't know what well means.
Yeah, it's the hard part, isn't it? Like, what's the right answer? I don't think there is one. I'm curious on if any of the party kind of comes to a decision on what a right answer is in this situation.
We know that Anates has a right answer.
Yeah, Anastase's answer.
Uh,
Anastase's ideal seems to be we save the girl, we convince the town that the crop's fine, that they don't need to keep sacrificing people. Also, I am definitely not that Sangus.
you know, he wants. I mean, everybody would like that. That sounds like a good option, but is it feasible?
Especially in
Elkie
8
doesn't know.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially in 8 hours. That's rough.
There's also the notion of like, you guys are fixing the fields, but what if it's just you're just like you're just putting a band-aid on it.
Yeah, we
What
kind
if
of gotta
it's all
find the
useless?
source.
I do not like exercises in futility. They make me angry.
Like, I'm still convinced that it's something they're doing themselves with, like, blight bodies or something.
Definitely
Purpose,
more
like with intent or
Like,
accidentally.
accidentally. Like, they're
Okay.
burying it and the bodies are, like, decomposing and the
But they
blight
don't
is
bury the
sat-
bodies.
They can still bury the ashes.
they could do that. There are
Yes,
ashes.
they could. But the whole point is that the blight is removed from the body. So they would have to do a really shitty job at their job.
Do we know that he's good at, or that they're good at their job yet?
No, but we assume.
Yeah, it's fair to assume, but definitely like there's clearly still some mysteries going on that you haven't quite figured out fully. Though I am enjoying seeing you guys kind of put these things together and figure out what's going on, or maybe you just kind of do this little quest and get run out of town, and then that's that. Yeah.
What's the best option?
See, this is why you're supposed to keep multiple save points.
Oh god. If only.
When the choices don't matter, though. King Dragon sends his regards.
There's nothing worse than saving and then the just decision being the exact same no matter what you do. Ugh!
Yeah.
Terrible.
Heavy rain. Yeah.
Awful. But, you know, this isn't Heavy Rain. This is
No, this is
real interactive theater.
yeah, and what you guys choose is going to have real consequences. If you do it wrong, I'm going to come to one of your houses and just kill you.
Can you just, like, take away my knee privileges or something else instead so I
No.
can keep playing D&D?
No, unfortunately not.
Kill, fuck you, have fun replacing me. I guess.
I'll go to the long lineup of people waiting to get into this campaign.
Me. I'm there again.
Where'd you come from?
'Cause I've been resurrected.
Well, since we've been talking about the church, let's just take a look at that second banner you did. Because we sort of talked about it, but here it is. The one that you beat me on. Absolutely destroyed me. I love the flowers outside the windows.
With the number? Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It was a nice touch. The lighting's really good.
Yeah, I found it the first time. I have to try to remember now where it is. Oh yeah, now I see it again.
It hasn't moved, Matt. I promise.
I know, but
It's been a week.
It's been what, 3 weeks or
1 week.
1 week, 2 weeks? Some...
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's
I
been
just
2
had
weeks.
to remember where it was. Like I remembered the general area. I just had to.
Yeah, no, I just could not find it. That's on me though. Definitely on me. It was really funny though when you just messaged me, Mel, and just laughed and said you win.
Mean now. Didn't you hear?
You're mean now.
I'm mean now.
Ugh. Yeah, I love whenever the church stuff comes into play. I also loved you asking Vey if anything weird has ever happened when they prayed to Shatir.
Good. Now he's conflicted. He's like, why?
Why?
excuse me, why? He's gonna have to ask some questions. Every church, he'll ask the same question until somebody says, "Yeah, sure." And if that
All the
never
time.
happens,
All the time.
Yes, I'll
Weird
die
things
then.
happen all the time.
Yes, I'll die.
You're going to be getting next fight that you're in, though, is the first time you're going to have extra radiant damage instead of necrotic.
True. I don't have to slap people as much.
No, you can use your guiding bolt to more effect.
No, pretty funny to slap people to death, though.
It is. It's really good. I mean, you can keep doing that if you want. Nothing's
For
stopping
sure.
you.
Like, literally punch something to death.
Yeah. Like
Punch
an
your ass head
anime.
off. Don't worry about it.
Your fists glow purple with inflict wounds as you go in and punch them. Like Jujutsu Kaisen. No.
Blur.
We're basically just playing an anime. Without the gags as much.
What?
The,
Funny gags?
yeah, like the fun without
Okay,
like
thank you.
without the gags, the funny gags.
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, no one's gagged in this yet.
When did gags get into this? I hate it. I hate it here.
No, that's the next town.
You might want to ask Drizel about that.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. It's
Just
true
come out
though.
with it, I guess.
It's true though.
Possible to get gagged at some point, especially if they want you to show. If you're taking custody, kind of thing.
Yep, there's lots of gags involved when you take custody.
Oh, Michael, like stuff a sock in it. I can't get out of this. I'm in hell. I want out.
Eventually you find human traffickers.
No, Michael, wrong. Everything is an innuendo, and I hate it here. I did this to myself.
Yeah, you did, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. Yeah. Is there any places, I'm curious, now that you guys are kind of checked Donmark off the list and are currently headed in a certain direction, is there anywhere on the map that you're like excited to eventually explore in the future? Aside from the no cop out on everything.
But, like, cause yes. But, you know, I would like to, like, personally, I would like to explore, hello?
Hi.
My brain just ate shit. You know, Krona, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, Velky would be familiar, but I'm not.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one for you.
So I'd like to see it from, like, an actual first-hand perspective,
Right.
as opposed to just what I assume is there.
Right. And I mean, you guys have had like a little sneak peek in the last cutscene of what Krona is like. Yeah. No, that's an exciting one. That'll be a long journey across a desert.
And that, don't worry about it.
How does Zin feel about the heat?
Well, he's probably going to burn like no one's business. He'll be as red as a lobster.
As red as courage.
It'll be as burnt as just that feel when you put butter in the frying pan and it turns.
Because I mean, like, he comes from a port town, a big port town, but still port town. It's probably a little humid in Ardton. Probably.
Well, if it's for example like the Pacific Ocean, then yeah, it would be super humid.
I've definitely thought that far ahead. Yep. I have.
Or the Mediterranean. Like, as long as it's not like the Atlantic Ocean, it would be a warm kind of humidity.
Sure.
But you know,
I know things. I know of how world and climate work. I took science class. I have
Did you
been.
take geography?
I took science class.
What?
I have been to a few places on the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be about as bad as in Critical Role when Matt was trying to explain weather in a snowy climate. Oh, feel bad for him on that one.
Blessed be.
Yeah.
Someone's interest is just gonna turn into a cherry.
Yeah. How does a blue tiefling tan? Would it be purple?
I think it would just get progressively darker blue. I don't know.
Darker blue. Interesting. No beach episode, so.
Well, there should be. We're gonna be honest here. But you could technically argue that he probably already has a bit of a tan.
Oh, now that's fun. Yeah, you're right, because he lived there for a few years.
Yeah, so he could theoretically have slightly lighter skin, but
That's fun.
it's a theory. A tiefling theory.
More of a sky blue.
Maybe. I never considered it too much, but like now that it's out there, yeah, he probably could have a tan.
That's fun. Actually, because of the way horns work, it'd be interesting if, just looking at your portrait right now, is that the tan has made your skin the same color as the horns, but otherwise the horns would normally be darker.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I always forget that that's a thing. I forget that cartilage is different than skin.
Don't say that. I don't know.
Okay.
Horns are
Mr. I've
horns.
taken
They're
a
their own
science
thing.
class.
I have taken a science class or two in my life. Unfortunately, none of my science classes taught about the biology of tieflings.
We might have talked about horns.
Okay, I misheard that word for a second.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm not gonna screech.
Oh,
Now
I
we
just
have to play around with skin tone.
realized that like the majority of the party has pointy ears.
They do, yeah. I actually noticed that a while ago when I was drawing all of them because Anates is the only one that doesn't, but maybe also does? Question.
I mean, Kashana doesn't.
I was about to ask, yeah.
Oh, this was a while ago.
Oh, a while
Because
ago,
Keiko
yeah.
didn't have
Keiko doesn't have ears. She
so
has
it
holes.
it didn't really count.
Yeah.
But now Anates also might maybe have pointy ears at some point in time? Question mark. Also.
How you guys feeling about that?
Question mark. Also.
Do you have any theories on what's going on with Onates? I know Zin doesn't care, but like, do you guys have any?
Does Matt give a fuck?
I'm interested in seeing where it's going. I think my own personal theory is the one that he stated, that he's like the body reincarnated.
Fun.
I don't know
Mel?
about the body reincarnated specifically because it seems like Sangus has been out there for a while. If I remember correctly, come on, brain, remember names.
Theo Magnus. Voshin.
Voshin suggested that Sangus was alived again before Anates was born again.
There are
I can't exactly
definitely,
remember,
yeah.
but,
I mean, Voshin was definitely very cryptic about things.
yeah, he was. But theoretics-wise, part of me keeps thinking about the book that Velki found under the church, with the note in it about removing the soul
Right.
and putting it into another thing.
Yeah, taking the Sure.
So I keep thinking about that, and how that might have, like, that's an option, but in a god way,
there's
not
at least
in a way that
there's at least some clues that like the soul is an actual thing in this world that is maybe physical in some sense.
That's how I feel, yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously it wouldn't take the same route as like experimentation, because a god would already know how to do it.
Right.
Without,
whereas courage is like throwing shit at the wall. A god is more like, no, I just know how to do this.
Like, this is just a god thing.
Ceiling.
Yeah. Just made a really big Zamb. Just a really big Zamb.
That's one theory that I have.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the other, I guess it kind of feels like Anates was literally just created and then had something shoved into him, soul-wise. Like, somebody built him and then stuck something in him to make him alive.
Kind of like a golem.
I was going to say.
Kinda.
Yeah. Or it's all just a big coincidence.
Or it's all just a big coinky-dink.
Or Anates like hit his head there and just has regular amnesia.
Maybe he just has a twin. Maybe he's had a twin the whole time.
I mean, oh, that's a neat notion. Not many of the people in the party have siblings.
But
Does anybody? Yeah.
Nobody's ever brought up siblings before.
Zin has a sister.
Never said it in game that I remember. I remember talking about your family, and your response was literally, "I have one."
Yeah, I don't think Zin's brought up his sister.
I want to say I might have mentioned her once.
Yeah, it's
maybe
it's
when
possible.
I was talking to Zolin.
Oh, maybe. A lot was happening in that. A lot happened in that session.
Yeah.
It did.
But no, that family stuff always fun stuff in this campaign.
D&D, my guy.
I know, right?
It's all fun and games until you bring the family into it.
Did Keiku mention having siblings?
Keiku doesn't know her family.
Keiku woke up and her family gone.
Yeah.
One day they were there, some day they weren't. The way I like to imagine it.
She doesn't know who they are.
Yeah, she doesn't know where they are. Obviously not the same reason why, but I like to imagine it like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
It just literally wakes up and they're all gone.
Yeah. It's like, what?
Been here the whole time, but in a different place.
Yeah. That'll be fun to explore the rest of Keiku stuff without Keiku. I'm not getting rid of that work. I figured out how all these Keiku things work. We're gonna fucking do them, clearly, as we've seen in the forest.
Just means that we can write stuff back to Keiku.
Yeah, or like when you go visit her.
Yeah.
If she'll even
Which is
care.
another reason that I feel like we have to go back to Argton anyway.
Yeah, you have to visit Keiku in Delphi. Especially Delphi.
I mean, I guess.
Make sure he hasn't stabbed anyone yet.
I feel like you'd be more concerned about if Keiku stabbed anyone.
Yeah.
And the answer is probably yes.
We expect Keiku to stab people.
Yeah. The sharp pointy end. No. I am... do you guys miss Keiku?
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah. I miss our little bird friend.
Think, I love Kashana so much. And I think the story would be really different if Kashana hadn't come along.
Oh, for sure. It's funny how that happened.
Some of the same things might have happened, but in different ways. Like, for different reasons, because Keiku was still just a very chaotic character, but the intent was always think that it would just be very
different.
So
That's the that's the fun part of how like characters really do influence the story.
Yeah.
Like if you took out any single one of the characters in the party, it would be completely different. It would be a super different dynamic. So,
Probably.
yeah. I mean, imagine.
I'm still going to suggest going to break the locks before Kashana and Lore even said anything.
Fair.
Was he going to suggest it, or was he just going to do it?
No, he's going to at least put it out there that that's what he was going to try to do.
Okay.
I'm still curious on what your guys' plan is to get out of the inn later. I guess you kind of already have your plan. Like, Taste can transform and go underneath the door, open it. Yeah.
If he wants to use one of his forms, if not, get Zin to do it. He's Zin or Kashana, since they already said they could Misty Step out. As long as there's a space they can see the floor on the other side for.
I was going to say, I thought we had to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely check to see.
We haven't checked yet.
Yeah. See if there's enough room as you like lay prone on the floor, being like, can I see under the door?
If that's possible, do that. Zintrus can pick the lock on the way out so we can get back in easier.
Or
I tried checking if I could lockpick it. It didn't work.
From the inside.
Like, yeah, but if it's like if you're outside, you can try it, and if that doesn't work,
I mean, from what I understand, it's just.
Key.
I thought the locks on our door were just like
bolt action. Yeah, you can just open them.
I was going to say, I'll just unlock it.
Unless they've suddenly put locks on the locks.
Well, if that's the case, then it's easy to lock. Unlock, sorry. So
you just get out there and there's just a series of locks like hanging off of the top, going down to the floor.
That's when I just yell through the door, Lore, blow it up again.
Just fuck shit up. They're gonna hate us anyway. Why are we being quiet? Fun
before
times.
we get there.
How you guys feel about the fact that Ovok's not gonna have their new friend join them in the morning?
Actually, genuinely really sad that the rest of the party might not get to meet Ovok. Like, I want Ovok to meet Anates.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
He's also beefy.
Very much so. Very chiseled.
Belky could totally surprise her by secretly being chiseled too. It could be so funny.
It could be very funny.
Probably won't happen, and it makes me so sad.
I mean, it depends.
She'll look at Zin and tell him he needs to work out more.
Very lean. He's very lean. I mean, so is Lore. Lore is a noodle.
Shorter noodle, but a noodle.
A noodle.
Can't exactly be big and bulky when you're trying to sneak around and into places.
No, but that's a fun character thing. Considering how much Anates probably weighs being made out of stone, he should have like disadvantage on stealth rolls.
I think that's partially why he has Pass Without a Trace.
Fair.
It's a druid thing. I think it comes built into your character, but
yeah.
At the same time, maybe. But also, we've discussed his skin. It's you told me that it wasn't really rocky, but it's sort of rocky. You know, it's a mess. Just everything. It's kind of skin, but not skin. Or his organs? Bone. His organs. Rock, that's what it's called, not bone. Yep. Oh my goodness, I don't have a brain anymore. I need to start talking to people. Anyway, I have so many weird theories on what the fuck he's made out of. But is he actually made out of rock?
We'll talk about it. What are your theories? Or is it just that?
Is he made out of rock?
Is he made out of rock? I mean, clearly his skin seems to be, maybe.
Is it non-Euclidean? Is it
Is it
butter?
non-Euclidean?
I can't believe it's not butter. Like, what is it? Because it doesn't, like, not to be weird about it, but Velky's touched his skin before.
Uh-huh.
And it's never been brought up that it's, like, super cold or that it's hard
No.
or anything. Like, it's pliable.
Yeah, he can
So,
still
like,
move. He can still move.
It's not really raw.
But it is.
It's like when you put putty over something, you know?
Yeah, I
It's
like
got,
to...
a glaze over top.
I like to
and
think
that's
of it, you know, when you
skin-like.
like put cornstarch in water and it's like,
Non-Euclidean.
yeah, it's like it's solid but not. It's in a weird state where it's like when you put pressure, it's hard, but otherwise it's malleable.
Michael, gross! I just had like the visual of him going in the water. Why would you do that?
And then that's when he like announced his feelings.
He did kind of turn into mush, didn't he?
Yeah, that was the problem. He went into water. He was starting to dissolve. But
That got weird for a second. I'm no closer to figuring it out. That's
No.
the downside.
that is
Though
the
apparently
downside.
his skin can amalgamate with other
Yum yum.
minerals. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, gonna have to go back to the three Masons at some point.
The three Freemasons.
The three Masons: Mason, Mason, and Mason.
I'm gonna have to make a string chart.
I mean, I feel like
Charlie Day.
Onates himself gets all of the string charts going between him and Sangus. Rah.
Fucky. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? But it's Onate's skin.
oh, hopefully on his body. Hopefully.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
But I mean, hey,
I
maybe
just
we'll see
need
what
to
what
know.
happens in the future. Maybe Onates gets skinned. Maybe
Disgusting.
maybe instead of like dried skin, it's dust. I mean, Rose is the one that described honestly Onates' hair as dusty.
Yeah. Dude, you know the dust is just dead skin.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as someone who has dandruff, it's like it's different.
I mean, maybe, but also chemically, no.
Well, then by the same notion, Onates' skin is just skin, but maybe chemically no.
Whoa. Why would you do that? Oh god, I've been thinking about this for years.
For years, even when the answer is come and gone, years.
Skin, but chemically no. Yes?
Yeah.
Whoa, guys, calm down.
Calm your tits.
The people upstairs were just moving stuff and it was really loud. It scared me.
Well, I mean, we should wrap back around to this. Matt, where in the world do you want to explore?
I don't know. Zin just kind of wants to go all over.
Fair. Finally out of the
You
house.
said that wasn't an answer.
Yeah, it's not an answer. I do need an actual answer, please. Even if it's just
From
a different
you.
province. Yeah, from you.
Uh,
What do you want to see, man?
more Ren.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is very intriguing.
Yeah, because I
So
mean,
many trees to hide behind.
so many, nothing but trees. You can hide everywhere. Sneak attack all the time.
I like how that's the reason. As if we weren't just in a forest. Oh, I love you so much.
I mean,
Dang.
fair. You need to hide. You need to sneak attack.
That
I
is
need to
fair. It's
remember
pretty
to
good.
hide.
I mean, when you get your sneak attack, as long as like the person is in combat, you don't always need to be hiding.
Yeah, it helps that like Anates and Velky get up rather close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's help a lot with combat, hey? We need to stop. But it makes sense with A, their characters, and B, I mean, they have the highest health as well.
Yeah. They're the
I was
tanks.
gonna say they have high AC, and then I was like, no, no,
No, they don't. I mean,
no.
Anastasis is one higher than he thought it was.
Yeah. Belky's is high, but that's because I always have the shield equipped.
So, it's about time that we start wrapping this up. Do you guys have any questions for me?
How do you feel you're done with this arc place almost? Like soon? Other than excited.
I mean, the full arc was mostly just getting to the puddle, so we are done the arc.
Michael, I mean the Dawnmark arc.
Oh, the Dawnmark.
leaving Dawnmark.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited for you guys to get into like a new area that has new things. This is definitely Dawnmark itself is definitely a more this is kind of the base fantasy world. The rest are kind of where things get more interesting and different.
Oh, so Dawnmark is like our video game hub?
Yeah, it's kind of like this is the starting area, and now you're going to go to the other areas. Because, I mean, like, if you think about it, all the other places are their own thing. Aaron and Eve is very much like all about the magic. Skydusk is the mountains where they work on technology. You have the desert, the forest, the wasteland where a lot of creatures are, but like everyone's all about the fighting and stuff. It's very much like Dawnmark is like base set, and now we're going into the others. And then you also have boat, which get on a fucking boat on a taste. Oh my god, I've been teasing this since the beginning.
If only we could get back to a port somewhere.
Yeah, well, there's one in Freya Noon.
Oh yeah, there is, isn't there? Well,
Yeah.
we could get on a boat there. We wouldn't be going past. Not Morganwald. Haywood.
No. Haywood's like the exact opposite direction of everything.
And runs up
Can't believe
against a
you've done this.
barrier.
Yeah. But you know how
I'm
it is.
excited to go on a boat, though. Like, how excited are you to go on a boat?
Very. I've been waiting forever. I'm going to work on boat mechanics. Gonna get some boat battles a la Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I'm sure Jer will enjoy that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Get the full pirate experience.
If you make me kill a whale, though, I will end you.
Oh, wasn't it?
Happy Whale Shark Appreciation
Yeah, Happy
Day.
Whale Shark Appreciation Day. Well,
Yes, Matt, that's an actual thing.
Oh, I believe it.
Thank you.
so do you have any questions for me, Matt?
No, not really.
Fair. Well,
What's your favorite kind of tea?
mine?
Yeah.
I mean, I do enjoy chai tea if I want to like go for a base, like nice warm me up tea. Some of the ones I've gotten from Critical Role are really nice. I can't remember which one I really liked from them anymore. It's been so long since I've had one of those teas. But the Critical Role ones are really nice. The Dirty Mango tea I just had at Boba was really good.
If you were to assign a flavor of tea for every character, what would you choose?
Ooh. Okay, well, I do think Kashana would be a chai. Get that spice in there. Anastasis would be a very earthy one. One of the ones from Critical Role was Dead People tea. And it was a very earthy kind of taste to it, and I think Anastasis would fit that very well.
Okay.
I I'm sorry, Matt. I really think Zin would kind of be the refined Earl Grey.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah. As he develops more, being away from home definitely will change more. But like, I feel like Zin is definitely that. Like, this has history and has that kind of status to it. One of the teas I had from Critical Role, the one for Beauregard was actually blue, so that'd be perfect for Velky.
Yeah, I don't know what that means though.
It was a very sweet taste. It had a very sweet taste to it. I think that matches Velky very nice. The tea itself, as I said, was also blue.
Yeah.
Lore. I personally feel like lores would have to change every time I have it. Just because of how much lore does his disguised self. And I feel like he matches the attitude and emotional like intensity of who's around them at the time. A lot of Kashana, so it's a lot of chaos, but like can also like calm down a bit when it's others and everything. So I feel like if there was gonna be one that like is changing every time you have it, it'd be lore. I know that's not really a taste, but like yeah.
You shotgun every single kind of tea in your pantry.
Lore is every single tea at once, and I feel like that also matches Jericho.
Yeah, they like swamp water at anything, slushies, beverages.
Yeah, so. I've noticed as I've read more and more of their Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. They love swamp water. But I think that's cool. Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Of the day.
Thank you for a really good question. I never thought about that, so that was fun to do on the fly there. But I want to thank both of you for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait for us to get back into game next week. I hope you're all excited to finish off Morgenwald probably.
I'm going to be stressed out the entire time, but it's going to be worth it.
So, as I said,
get from work.
Thank you all for joining tonight. I hope you guys have a good night.
You too, thank you.